Hello, everybody. Happy Wednesday. Okay, this is embarrassing. I am I'm so sick. But I have been looking forward to this all week and I was convinced I was going to be better, but I'm not. So I'm going to roll with it and we're going to stamp anyway. So if you can handle listening to my nasty voice right now, then I can handle stamping. Okay, so first off, we're going to play. And as if anyone makes it on, everyone's probably given up on me since... Hi, Dot. Hi, Jojo. We'll try not to cough too much. This cold, it kicked me in the butt. So that's where I have disappeared to over the past few days. This gorgeous, oh my gosh, bundle is coming out November 1st and it's called Christmas Rose. It has not Christmas Countdown. That's not the one we want. We want Christmas Rose. So now just a second. Now I'm panicking. What did I do? Oh, there it is. I just grabbed them alphabetically out of the shelf. So there's the Christmas Rose stamp set. Hi, Teddy. Hi, Marianina. I'm sending you love, honey. But this gorgeous stamp set bundle, honestly, like so in love. Now, I watched a really cool video because that's what you do when you're sick. I didn't go to school because I'll tell you the story about that. We'll get to that. Anyway, but I watched this amazing video done by Liz Yulee and she's a demo and I love the way that she had actually done this part of the stamp set. So I'm actually going to we're going to copy her on that and then we're going to make one of the cards that I had done. Oh no, who just said I'm sick too? Jojo is. I know these colds are horrible. Okay, so peeps, what we're going to do first is we're going to come in here. And I'm just going to pick up that stamp. Now, because I am using a red rubber stamp, I don't need to have down my foam mat. Okay, so we're going to get rid of that one. And we're going to start off, and I've just got a regular, this one is like a 4 1/4 by 5.5 piece of cardstock. Now, I seriously, I love how she did this because it's one of those things that I really wanted gold embossing on it and I couldn't figure out how to make it work. So when I watched Liz's video, I was like, that does it. So we are going to play with it. You ready? So I'm going to ink this one up in Sahara Sand. Now the cool thing about this stamp set is that it's kind of weird. Check this out. You've got one set that's in photopolymer. Yes, that's part of the bundle. And then the other stamp is in red rubber, which it makes it a little bit different, but you'll understand why once you see this. I highly recommend having a positioning kind of device for this. Thank you, Beth. I know, I'm trying not to sound too horrific while I do this. So I'm just kind of basically slooping this in here. I'm not really worrying about how well it stamps it. I just want to get the actual images on there. Now I am going to take, I don't know why I just took those off. Oh, I know why, because I was going to change stamps. So I do recommend at this point remembering to clean this because when we use it again in a little bit, we need it to be clean. Oh, look, I have a hole in that. Apparently I got a little rough with it at some point. A little violent with my chamois. Okay. So I'm just grabbing my other plate because I have got multiple plates. There it is. And I'm moving away from the camera to cough so you don't get grossed out. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to leave that tucked in there. So tuck it up. Don't do that because I can't slide it. It won't go with the paper. There. Not going to lie, my Stamposaurus has become a very good friend. I used to have one of those things that we shall not name. Yes, you know what I'm talking about? I did have one of those, but I'm not going to lie when I say I didn't use it. And it was another positioning tool. I do use this one all the time. Okay, so this part, what we're going to do is we're actually going to jump in and you can kind of see what we want to do is we're going to line up the rows. And sorry, don't let it stick to your fingers because if it sticks to your fingers, it becomes difficult. The easiest parts to kind of line up, you can see he lines up super easily along that bottom. Does that make sense? Thank you, sweetie. Okay, now I am going to pick it up if it will. Did it? Yeah, it did. Good thing. Now this is why. Because now we're working with photopolymer, you do want to have, you've got a little insert, like a mat that you came with your Stamparatus. It's a little black one. Or you can purchase this one, which is the grid one. I do like the grid one because if I get ink on it, I can just wipe it off. I know. And then I've got lines to line it up with. Okay, now I'm not going to lie to you. Here, I'm going to show you something. So my cherry cobbler is super duper inky, okay? So I'm actually going to take a bone folder, and you can use a plastic spoon, you can use anything. And I'm actually going to pull back a little bit of the ink on that one. I'm just putting that off to the side so I don't go and crease a card. And now I'm going to just do the inking of my rose. If I were to ink my rose at what this thing is like full force right now, I don't know if I would get very much definition because it was so inky. Look at that. Is that not stunning? Like, so beautiful. But you could definitely see where my ink pad's got some like hardcore ink going on it. Now, if I were making multiple cards, I would definitely leave that on because then I wouldn't have to line it up again. I am not today. I'm going back to bed after this. Please don't say sorry that I'm feeling bad. I promise you guys today, this was like the be all and end all of getting me up and moving. You would laugh. I'm going to tell you a story again. You know me. It's pretending to be an octopus furry. I was picking up the kids from school. It was supposed to today. And I get a text from my eldest child at, 3:00 saying, "Mom, where are you going to be picking us up?" And I jumped up and said, "Well, where would you like me to pick you up when I arrive?" Because I was sound asleep on the couch when he texted. So this is the best part about Stamparatises, right? Your photopolymer clings a bit, so just move it back to where it goes. Anyway, and I had a second child who at the time had warned me. He said, "Mom, I do have to meet with a group today." Here we go. We're going to do the leaves. I have to meet with a social studies group after school, and we're filming. And I said, "No problem." I said, "Okay, buddy, you let me know if you need anything before I leave, and I can bring it with me when I come to pick up Joe, and then I'll come back and pick you up." So, of course, look at that. Is that not insane? Jojo, sorry, I'm being a spaz. Jojo, it's available starting November 1st. I've got an awesome, I'm going to post the link because I actually have a class on for this one. And you can do it as a to-go option, hun. And you'll get the make and takes to go with all the cards too. Okay, sorry, focus. So now, of course, I said, text me before I come to pick you guys up. And then if there's anything you need, I'll bring it for you. So I don't hear anything. So as a mummy, what does that mean? That means there's nothing that we need, right? Yes, people. So I head off and I pick up first child from school. And I'm just about home with him. And I live about 12 minutes by car from the school. Sorry, you get me. You can see how photopolymer does that, which is why you want it to be like a repositionable. You're going to hear me yakking. Anyway, I get about 2 minutes away from home on the way back, and the little one calls, "Mom, can you bring me?" And I'm like, "Oh my gosh, seriously, child." So I go home, and I got his stuff for him that he needed. And I get back to him. I said, "How long are you going to be?" And yes, November 1st. Thank you, Cor. And he says, "We're only going to be about," I don't know if you guys can see this, but how easy everything is to kind of match up. They're all on here. And he says, "I'm going to be a half hour." And I said, "Okay, well, there's no point in me driving home because by the time I get home at a 12-minute drive, I'm going to be turning around, yes, and driving back." So we decide that I am not going to be going home. I will sit and wait. Well, guess what? An hour and 5 minutes later, and me panicking going, "Buddy, I have to go home. I have a Facebook Live and I haven't had the chance, number one, to cancel it because I wasn't feeling well or to prepare for it. So Mummy has to go." Anyway, he came running out. We made it. Okay, so we're going to ink up this last one here. Are you like, is this not gorgeous? Oh, well, of course, Daddy's on days today, Marianina. Do you ever just laugh? It never fails because Sean's a rock star with stuff. But he's working day shift, so he can't help today. Okay, so we've got all that gorgeous mossy meadow in. Now, we do have, and I'm going to show you on the actual the sheet. That's what I was trying to say. We've got all these cute little sprigs, okay? So I'm going to go in, and I could do each one separately, but then, you all might run away and join the circus in the meantime. So what we're going to do is I'm going to show you how I figure out the placements, and then we're going to try and pick them all up and stamp them in one shot. We're going to get a little cray-cray, okay? Hello, Chris. Okay, next one. So we've got this one here. And then like a lot of them you can kind of tell you kind of play with them to figure out where they're going to go. I'm not going to lie, it took me a bit. And of course, right now, you think I could figure it out. Oh, there. Yeah, I was right. I had it in the right spot the first time. You can see because it's got the 3 little guys down there. So we just match them up. Okay. And then we've got 2 more. Oh, Chris, I do not feel great, but we're getting there slowly. I did go to work. This is embarrassing. I went to work on Monday, and I actually teach in a portable. So everyone's like, oh, you must hate that. And I'm like, no, I kind of love it because I actually, for the first time in all my years of teaching, I have control over my own heat, which is nice because schools can sometimes be super hot or super cold and you have no say in it. So I was super giddy because I had control of my own heat, but my poor children in my class were like, Mrs. McKay, we're dying. I had the room. It was at 26, which is not good. But I was shivering so bad. They're like, we can see you shivering. I'm like, I know. I'm sorry. Anyway, so needless to say, I did not go back. They don't need that, and I don't need them. I don't need them all sick. I didn't think I was that sick. Now I'm trying to decide in the actual DSP. Let me share it with you. Okay, so we've got it here. We have got, so you can do this. You can die cut this kind of stuff right out of here. Yes, I know I melted. I did melt in the summer. So I'm going to use Poppy Parade because I feel like those little dots, that's the other color that's in here. I feel like the Poppy Parade will be a gorgeous kind of like bam of color with this. And that is the color that's in it. Hi, Laurel. So let's come on in. And we're going to go boop, 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 boop. Make that noise. It will totally help. Now, the one thing I will give you some advice on, and I'll say it to you now before I kind of go and do the next step, is you see the little pine cone. You know me, I have issues with these things. Pine cone. Corey, is it a pine cone? Please tell me it is. The pine cones, you've got one stamp that does them all. So that one I don't do with a Stamparatus, or my Stamposaurus, as I like to call it. I just tend to get a little crazy. I stick him on a block. And then I'm going to come right in there and I'm going to use my early espresso ink and we're going to go in just right over top. Hi, Karma. Okay, I'm going to take this off just because I don't want to stick my arm in it. And you can see I've got on the fuzzy sick lady sweater. Okay, so we're going to go like this, ink it up. Ta-da. And then we're going to get, I don't really want to get my head in the top because you're going to see how bad my hair is today. It's just got a clip in it. Okay, so we're going to come in here and boop. There, look at that. Look at the colors. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing over here. Sorry, hair. Boop. Yep. And then we're going to do one more. He's just over here. Now, I feel like this one, can I get it? I don't know. If I boop it in the wrong spot, it's a little bit low. Anyway, you get the gist. There we go. So we've got those in now, okay? Now, this is the part that I said to you that I saw this woman do online, and I loved how she finished it. So we're going to copy her. Now, I've never moved this. This was that very first stamp we did, and it was the outline one, okay? But this time, instead of us stamping it with the Sahara sand, which is what we did the first time, because I wanted to kind of give myself a nice light like outline to work with. Hi, Marsha. Hi, Jen. We're closing all the ink pads around me because I'm so kind of foggy today that I feel like I'll just drop something in it. Okay, so this part was gorgeous. So I'm going to get a couple things out for you here. We are going to get my little tray and my gold stamp emboss powder. Like I actually had to read that and make sure I had gold. Wasn't going to get this set. Oh, Jennifer, you need this set. Sorry. I wasn't either. And then I started playing with it and I'm kind of in love. I'm in love with the dies. I love the fact that I can cut out the DSP. I love the fact that I can make a gorgeous Fandangle card. Now remember, if you have a Stamparatus, this is like one of those cards you could make, I don't know, 40 of for Christmas and just sit and do them and it would be nothing. Oh, I'm gonna pull that off. We have to do this first. Remember, I gotta take that out because now I'm back to my red rubber. I could feel it when I went to put it down. I'm like, you just finished working on some projects. Oh, Jen. Jen is one of the artisans, insanely uber talented. So if you get a chance, check out her projects. Okay. There we go. So we're going to take this and jump over and we're going to go boop, boop, make the noise. It'll help. Okay. What's the price? I'm going to share all that with you. Jojo, the second I get upstairs, Corey, I need your help. I don't have my computer down here. I came running down because I was scared of being late. I know it's $83.50, and that's for the 2 stamp sets and the dies. And then the DSP is a specialty DSP, so it's $20. And then we've got gold glimmer dots, and we've got the ribbon. One is $9.50. I can't remember the other one, okay? Does the die cut out what you are stamping right now? Oh, you bet it does, girl. Sorry, I got to get this off. This is obviously a brand new one. Oh, I know why. I had one last year, and it was very old. I'm not a big gold. Oh, shoot! I forgot something. Okay, we're going to do something super weird. Okay, so there was a very key step that this woman did. So what this woman did before, and I said to you, this Liz Yulee was her name, okay? So Liz said, and I repeat, it's super important that you take your embossing buddy and you tap it on it, okay? You're going to understand why in a second. Because you guys are all like, what's she doing? So what I just did was a total waste because we still have to stamp it again. Reason you want to stamp it with your embossing or powder it off with your embossing buddy, if any of your ink wasn't quite dry, do you know what's going to happen? That ink is going to stick, or the embossing powder is going to stick to all of your bits. And you don't want embossing powder sticking to all your bits. Okay, it's awkward. There we go. Okay, so now we're cooking with gas. Okay, there, ta-da, ta-da. That was a close call, people. Almost went south. I would have cried. Today would have been the day. I would have been like, I'm going to cry. Okay, so now we're just going to go like this. We're going to give him a good squooshing. We're going to get him all loved up. Love him up. Love him up. There, make sure on the other end, because I don't feel like I did. There, love them up. Check them out. Let's see. I feel like I have good coverage. Okay, you ready? Should we heat this bad boy up? Now, we need a heat gun. Hang on. I'm running away. Not super far, just to the other end of the room because I used it for club on the weekend. Okay, so we have got our heat gun. We are going to move the embossing powder far away. Ask me how I know, people. And we're going to put the lid on this. Sorry, between Corey and I, we are not good. It is, I know it's $83.50 for the bundle, Jojo. And then the paper is $20. I think the Glimmer Dot one's $9.50 and one's $11.50. But I kind of did a special pricing with my class where you can get, the class actually includes a half package of the DSP to keep the cost down for you, the Glimmer Dots and the ribbon. And then you get the actual stamp set and framelits with no additional shipping on it. So that is awesome. No, you do not want embossing powder. Stick into your bits. Okay, so we're going to come in here. We're going to use that gold. Here we go. Now, I still may have got embossing powder in places that I didn't want it. That sounds so wrong on so many levels. Go. Oh, it appears to have stuck to the right bits. Loving it. Can you see it? It's kind of like magic right now. Of course, my phone just told me it's... I did not do a perfect job, you can see, with that one red one there. I'm not going to stress about it. You'll get the gist. And when you're not on cold medication, I'm sure it will turn out much better than mine just did. Okay, but do you see that? Can anyone, or can you ooh and ah for me? Because I'm so in love with this. I'm gonna hit close on that. So beautiful how it all kind of comes out and it gives it that beautiful shimmer to it. Now, because I was a spaz and unable to kind of see what I was doing there, you could always come in and you, with your marker, because it's not gonna, the colors are gonna match, I can always fix those up, okay? So we'll leave that there because I'm not gonna be worried about that right now. You knew what I was trying to tell you. Okay, so hang on to that. Next thing we're gonna do is we are going to grab those coordinating dies, and I've got them right here. Okay. Oh, did I miss a spot in the middle? I feel like I did. Do you see he's got a naked middle spot? Anybody else see that, or is it just me? Right there. There we go. You could always tell when your embossing powder is not done because it doesn't get the shine. Yes, it's got kind of that flat look to it. Okay, so we're going to take this guy. Ooh, thank you, Cor. I needed that. And we're going to grab the Big Shot. I'm going to give you a little lining up advice. The only one that could line up a little bit wonky is where I messed up my stamping of my Poppy Parade. Okay, people? You will not, as I said to you, not one that you probably want to do your stamping while on cold medication. Might make you feel a little bit loopy. And this one's super easy to match up. So just take your big leaf down in the bottom. And I feel like I'm going to grab my magnetic because I'll be super cheesed if I do this. And then I schlep it up right at the end. That is not what we are going for. Take you, put you over here. Keep talking to your paper. Your paper is really nice to you if you talk to it. Okay, people? So again, I'm just going there and then I'm matching. I find for me, when I've done this guy, my best bets for lining up perfectly are to match up this bottom leaf and this top little, what's he called? Spriggy thingy, whoosy mawutsy. Okay, let's take him through. Ta-da! Very vintage looking, isn't it? Gorgeous. Okay, let's pop that out. Let's see how bad oh, it's not bad, even for me today. Okay, so you can see that beautiful die cut job with that one. It's such an easy die to line up. I do love it. Oh, I know one more thing that I want. So before we get rid of my Big Shot, we're going to keep this close because I know I will lose it otherwise. And the one last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take the little Merry Christmas stamp and we're going to put it, excuse me, on a block. I actually feel like my voice sounds better now than it did when I started. I think I needed to talk. I just needed to do more Facebook Lives. Problem solved. Okay, now we're just going to use for this one, I've decided I'm actually going to go with, I'm trying to decide an early espresso, or I'm going to go with here, we're going to go with this one. Got it? You ready? Da-da. Ink up your Merry Christmas. We're going in early espresso. We're going to pick up the color of those beautiful little pine cones. Now I'm going to show you another favorite die. So in here, move your bits out of the way. You don't want them trapped underneath the Big Shot. Pop you out, go over to here. And then another one of the dies that's in here is this gorgeous label. These ones are insane, the lattice ones in here. They're super good, especially they look phenomenal with a gold foil. A couple of the cards in the class actually have them done in that gold foil. So this one, all I'm doing, you are the best cold medicine. So all I'm doing there, hi mommy, is I'm tucking that one in. And we're gonna crank this through. Ta-da. Are you guys ready to assemble a card? Who's ready? Okay, so now I've got this, check it out. We've got these beautiful bits to put together. Don't lose your dies, but we can lose the Big Shot now. You love those dies. I know, so do I. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna lie, I love the die. Okay, next thing we're gonna grab is we are going to grab that gorgeous DSP. You'll notice my package is well loved. Now, I'm not gonna get crazy with this card. We are simply gonna pull out this beautiful pattern here. If you can't see it from where you are, this one's, you made a card for Ty last night. I'm so proud of you, Mom. Sorry, my mom's up at my place up at the lake, and so she's got a paper pumpkin kit there, and she's got my stamping supplies at the lake. I'm like, Mom, you're making your cards. So this one's got gold foil. I know that gold ink is so gorgeous. Okay, so here, we're gonna jump in, and on this, we are going to take our new trimmer. This one's also available to customers, you guys, starting November 1st as well. So you got both those bits coming to you November 1st. I'm going 5 1/4, okay? And then I'm going to take it, and I'm gonna go by 4. Now, this trimmer, I'm not gonna, this one requires so little effort, like you don't need to push. It's not like the old one where you've got that little tiny blade. You've got a huge sticky outy blade on here, so don't stab yourself. Okay, this is what I wanted. This is what I wanted. Good, now we just need a card base. Oh, here, let's do it together because now I can. Because now I don't feel weird about doing this online. Okay, so what we're gonna do here is I always score an entire card in one shot. So we're gonna take the card and we're gonna score the whole piece of paper. Yes, people? So I'm scoring it at 4 1/4. Then I'm gonna turn it. And now I'm gonna cut it at 5 1/2. And that just gave me 2 card bases ready to go, okay, which is what I wanted. I'm not going to use the same bone folder that I used to mix up that cherry cobbler ink because that would be un désastre. I am going to grab, these are the gorgeous embellishments that we've got, okay? So we're going to grab our snail, which was here, 0.8 of a second ago. Still is here, right around my face. It's also elegant, thank you. Okay, so this card is not complicated, you guys. You're really focusing kind of on the beauty of what's in the bundle for this one. So we're going to come in here and we're just going to put that beautiful piece of designer series paper down. You have to use your designer series paper. Do not leave it sitting around and waste it. It's so beautiful, and I know some of us just like to look at it, but you need to use it up. Okay, so I'm going to be a little bit wasteful here because I need to make sure I have enough ribbon to tie. You love the trimmer. Oh, I know. Jennifer, seriously, would you have ever done that before with the old trimmer? I would not have. Hi, Paula Jensen. I was just thinking about you this afternoon. Okay, so I'm going to come in here. Now, I am going to do a trick that I saw a friend do, and what she does is she takes a glue dot and she puts that, whoops, I missed the glue dot. She puts that glue dot kind of where she wants her bow to stay, and she uses that as her, you know, like the finger that you, you know, the finger that you need to hold everything from moving around. Now on this, I want the bow to be hanging down onto the card. So I'm going to come up from the bottom and we're going to hope that I get this nice on the first go so that you don't have to watch me do it repeatedly. Okay, that was not bad. And then, as I was told by a friend, floof your bow. Don't ever leave it flat. Put your fingers in there, give it a little floof. And chop, a floof and chop, yes. Okay, now with this piece, what we're going to do is we're going to grab some dimensionals. You could, I know, is that not insane? Cutting 3 sheets at a time? Okay, Jennifer is not lying to you. Sorry, I had something printed on the back of there, but I refuse to waste a piece of cardstock. I'm like, nobody will know. Oh wait, now all of you know. Okay. Sometimes I use cardstock to print special sign things on, and then I did not want to waste it. But you could absolutely cut 3 sheets at a time. Don't cut 3 sheets. Okay, so we're going to come in here. I'll show you the version that's done straight from the DSP as well, okay, people? So on here, we're going to take this, and we're going to put you into there. Done. Pull my ribbon back over top because I do want it there. And then this guy is going to pop in down in the bottom. So I'm going to stick 1 dimensional. I know this is like my double decker thing. 1 dimensional there. And then we're going to do 2 dimensionals on this side. The way you do 2 dimensionals, I want you to take the backing off the first one and you're going to double decker them. Reason that we're doing this, you guys, is I want the first side to stick up, but it's already over top of a dimensional. So I need to make the second side balance so that my card's not, you know, like that. Now, into your gold glimmer dots. These are gorgeous too. As you can see, you do get a full package of them, not the partial package that I have left. I kind of got a little bit carried away with these. I am going to go, I think, with my 3 smaller sizes on this one. Oh, I'll take the one at the end because I know it bothers some people when I take them from the middle. Okay, so we'll do on here. Actually, maybe I don't even want big ones. Maybe I want all small. Is that bad? I'm going to go teeny tiny. Yeah. Come here, you. Oh, I had them. You saw my scissors. And come here. Come here, you slippery little sucker. Et toi. Hang on, he's almost there. Oh, thank you. You guys are sweet. I haven't looked up in a bit. I was too focused on getting glimmer dots off. I feel like that. Maybe you'll have to go over here. You should have been over further. Okay, so there you go. Now I'm going to show you the version with the DSP because you will see that it is equally, and if not more, stunning. You carried away with glimmer dots. I know, I love glimmer dots. Just give me them. So there you can see, this is the one that we stamped, yes. This is the one that's Stampin' Up! That we could die cut right from the DSP. So you get 2 different looks. This one's got a little bit more, it's kind of lighter. Obviously, I could have used a lighter color on my leaves, but it wasn't the look I was going for. I really wanted that kind of nice, deep what's it called? What's it called? Mossy Meadow in there. Okay, so my dears, and you can see this one I actually stamped my sentiment in gold ink. I didn't feel like it popped enough. I felt like it kind of died in the background, which is why I moved to using a darker ink on this one. So as I said, this one goes live November the 1st. But you can register for my class already. I'm going to jump in as soon as I get upstairs. I'm going to walk right upstairs right now. I'll put the link for the registration. So there's a few different options. There's the in-person version. There is the to-go version. There's also just a PDF version. And if you decide to do the to-go version, you can actually, if you've already got the stamp set, you actually can just order a half package of the DSP and the ribbon and the glimmer things. That's what comes as part of the class. And then you can add on the stamp sets and dies for those of you who really want to get those in your hot little hands. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me and putting up with my nasty coughing and hacking and giving me a little bit of energy, because I desperately needed it tonight, and I needed all of you. The gold looks washed out. I know, I agree with you, Jojo. I totally feel like it just disappeared into the card. So it definitely needed that, I would say either early espresso or the Mossy Meadow to kind of pull it together. Take care, you guys. Thanks so much.